There, Mike Barnicle, obviously, though, there are some real challenges right there. And right now, the biggest question is the State Department playing it straight? Is the Justice Department playing it straight? I don't think there's any question. This federal judge, this Clinton appointee, is tough. He's playing it straight. He's demanding compliance, and he's really getting on the parties when he thinks they're dragging their feet for political reasons. Same thing with the FBI. Nobody questions whether James Comey's going to play this straight. He's just, everybody from Rudy Giuliani down say he's a straight shooter. What about the State Department? Are they playing it straight? What about the Justice Department? Can we count on Loretta Lynch to play it straight and not make the political decision, but make the legal decision on how far to take this?
Well, I would think, Joe, that both the State Department and the Justice Department certainly are playing it straight, but clearly the federal judge is highly impatient with the State Department's pace of releasing all of the emails that have thus far been released. The interesting point to me about last night, in addition to her not answering that question, and you're right, nobody would answer a question like that, is she was hit point blank on Benghazi, I believe, by one of the moderators asking if she lied to the families of those lost in Benghazi. I thought she handled that very effectively.
She was. I think she's been able to, and some of this stuff is pile-on, Steve Ratner. And Elise, I should ask you to, when you see these lawsuits looking for text message, I mean, is it fair to call it frivolous? I do.
I don't think so, just because it needs to be resolved, and that's the problem with this whole process, that it is dragging on for so long. And part of it, I worked at the State Department, and I attribute it to government bureaucracy incompetence, taking so long. You know, people at the State Department who have written books, and they've tried to get the books reviewed by the State Department, and it goes on for years and years, and they publish their book, and the State Department's surprised. It's just these review processes and the release of information and approvals, it can just take way too long. What I do think, though, it's the huge problem for Clinton going into a general up against Donald Trump. Donald Trump has huge unfavorables, but they're unfavorables if he actually ran a decent campaign and if he actually started showing some discipline that could go away. The brashness, the inappropriateness, the crudeness, that can be overcome if he wanted to, if he showed some discipline. There's the potential there. With Hillary Clinton, overcoming this scandal is very difficult because the impression is she's a liar and she's got something to hide and she's untrustworthy. And I think that's a tougher battle in public opinion.
Go ahead. I know you want to chime in, but then we'll jump to Jonathan Capehart. Go ahead.
Look, first of all, the State Department has now released all the emails, and I agree it's a bureaucracy. It takes a long time. I agree that this has not been a great moment for Secretary Clinton. I don't think anybody out there, except for people in a little bubble, really care or are focused on Benghazi. I think it was a long time ago. She's answered 1,000 questions. I think the reason she answered that one well is because she's answered it 1,000 times. She does have a trust issue that she's going to need to get over, but she's a slogger, a determined person, and she'll just keep working on it.
Jonathan Capehart, is liar really? I mean, I don't think that's the word necessarily, Elise.
Oh, no, that's the word. That's the word that a lot of people think when they think of